Welcome to this lesson. I'm so excited to have you once again in my class. Today, I will be teaching you national economy. Saving plays a significant impact on national economy. It supports capital formation, investments, economic growth and stability, and the availability of capital for lending. In our lesson today, we will be looking at saving and ways of saving. We will also look at the reasons for saving. We will look at saving in the past and modern ways of saving. We differentiate between the both of them. And lastly, we are going to be looking at the advantages and disadvantages of modern of keeping money in the bank, the disadvantages and advantages of keeping money in the bank. You're welcome to this lesson once again. Sit tight as you learn. Okay, let's start with saving and ways of saving. Saving has to do with the way of keeping money and other valuables for the future. It is the avoidance of excess expenditure. It can also be defined as the act of setting aside a portion of one's income or resources for future use. Okay? The most common method of saving these days is saving in the bank. There are different ways you can save money. One is by creating a budget. Make a budget that outlines your monthly income and set limits on spending. Two is by setting saving goals. Having clear goals will motivate you to save and make it easier to track your progress. And then you can save also by paying yourself first. Set up automatic transfer from your paycheck to a separate savings account. This way, you save before spending. And then you can also save by reducing unnecessary expenses. Analyze your spending habits and identify areas where you can cut down. And lastly, you can save by avoiding impulse buying. That is buying things that are not necessary or you do not plan for. So these are some of the ways you can actually save. Okay? Quickly, let's now go into the reasons for saving. Reasons for saving. Number one reason for saving is to have money for the future. People save to have money for the future. Number two is to solve unexpected problems, unforeseen circumstances like sickness, like accident, death, and so on and so forth. And also, people save to have money for investment, such as buying landed properties, buying cars, or any other form of investment. All right. And then people also save to acquire assets. People save to acquire assets, to acquire properties. Okay. Then number 5 we have here is that people save money to do business. Okay. So people can also save money because they want to set up a business for themselves. Let's proceed as we look at the ways of saving in the past and the modern ways of saving. Prior to the introduction of banking system in Nigeria, people saved their money and other valuable properties in different places, such as saving inside clay pots. Okay, some people also save their money under the ground. They dig the ground and put their money there and bury it. Okay, some people also save by entrusting it into the care of their relatives. They give their family members to help them keep their money. And then people save also with money keepers. All right. Then also people save by keeping money under the roof of their houses. Okay. And then lastly, people save money under mattress or their pillow. So these are the different ways people save in the past. They are the traditional ways of saving. Now let's look at the modern ways of saving. Okay, the modern ways of saving are more assuring and secure. The modern ways of saving include saving in the bank, which I said it is the most common method of saving these days. And then we also have saving with financial houses, okay, like your insurance company and what have you. Then we have also, you can save with cooperatives. All right, there are different types of cooperative. And lastly, people save also by buying stocks or shares. All right, they buy shares from companies, and that is one of the ways people save these days, or the modern ways of saving. So these are some of the ways people save these days. Okay, let's quickly take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of keeping money in the bank. The advantages and disadvantages of keeping money in the bank. But before we proceed with this, I would like us to define a bank. A bank is a financial institution that is responsible for handling financial transactions. Okay? We have different types of bank. We have the commercial bank, which is the Apex Bank. Okay? It is the bank responsible for printing currency, printing and issuing currency. Okay? They also control the operation of other banks. Okay? And then they keep the account of the federal government. The central bank was created in 1959. Then we have the commercial bank. The commercial bank accept deposits, give loans, and other functions. All right. And examples of commercial bank, we have First Bank, Zenith Bank, Access Bank, Fidelity, Stanbic, Jazz Bank, and so on and so forth. All these are examples of commercial bank. Please take note. They are not types of bank, but they are examples of commercial banks. Other types of bank we have are the mortgage bank, we have the merchant bank, we have the bank of industry or the industrial bank. These are some of the types of bank we have. Let's now look at the advantages of keeping money in the bank. Number one is bank provide a secure place to store money. They have facilities that can minimize the risk of theft or loss. Secondly is that they provide deposit protection, okay, such as taking insurance policy. This protection helps ensure the safety of your fund. And then number three is that they provide interest earnings. Banks offer interest on certain types of accounts, such as savings accounts. These allow your money to grow over time. And then we have lastly that they provide various convenient services such as online banking, ATM, mobile banking, etc. So these are some of the advantages of keeping money in the bank. So let's look at the disadvantages, because whatever has an advantage will definitely have also a disadvantage. One of the disadvantages is that it generates low interest. Okay, why banks offer interest on deposit? The interest are often relatively low. Then number two is bank charges. Bank charges such as maintenance fee, ATM usage, transfer. In fact, everything you do these days with your bank, they charge you for it. And these fees can eat into your savings and reduce it. Okay. Number three we have here is unavailability of cash. Okay. This may be limitation on accessing your funds, okay? Maybe there's a bad network, okay? Or you have to go to the bank to stand on the queue, or your POS agent will have to bill you, okay, for you to be able to access your money. So this also is a disadvantage, okay? Let's now look at the last one we have here, is the difficulty to recover your money in times of bankruptcy. A bank that can no longer meet its financial obligation has no other option than to file for bankruptcy. And when this occur, it is always difficult for customers to recover their savings or their money from such banks. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of keeping money in the bank. So you weigh the both of them and decide whether or not you keep your money in the bank. But with this, we have come to the end of this lesson. Thank you for staying with me. I will see you in class. But for now, I say goodbye.